Uh-oh.
Good job. Over here. Thank you very much. Help, help. Help, help. Over here. Help, help. Help, help.
Uh-oh.
Help, help.
Uh-oh.
Help, help. Help, help. Help, help.
Uh-oh.
Thank you very much. Good job. Ho-ho! Got it. Got it. Got it. Oh, got it over here. Ho-ho! I do it. Wow, yeah. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Good job. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hey. Oh. Got it, yeah. Got it. Ho-ho! Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Help, help. Over here. Help, help. Help, help. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Good job. Help, help. Oh, thank you very much. Gotcha. Thank you very much. Good job. Over here. Over here. Help, help. Over here. Help, help. Got it. Over here. Over here. Yeah. Good job. Over here. Got it.
Ho-ho.
Got it. Got it. Got you very much. Over here. Help, help. Ah! Help, help. Help, help.
Ho-ho.
Come on. here. Good job.
Over here.